Yo, what's good people, it's Cactus, and in today's video, I'm going to be making a funk beat from scratch. I'll be real, I've never made one before, but I always see people in the comments asking me if I can do it. So I've just spent the morning doing some research and listening to as much funk as possible. Like with any genre though, there's so many different subgenres and styles, and it's evolved so much over the years, starting with old Memphis rap with people like Gangsta Pat, and leading to a Russian influence with producers like Divert and Ghostface Player, who get mentioned a lot. It seems like there's chill funk, club funk, trap funk, and everything else in between, so I really don't think it can be classed as one genre. One thing that I do know is that cowbells, distorted bass lines, and vocal samples are all relevant in modern funk, so I think that's the style I'm gonna go with. I want to make something quite chill with maybe a club-like rhythm, so hopefully I can make something sick, and if you like what I come up with, let me know in the comments and I'll switch up the style for the next one. But let's get straight into it. Alright, so because I want it to be quite chilled but with a club rhythm, I want the BPM to be around about 100. Okay, now I'm going to need a cowbell, so I'll drag that in. I want a different sounding snare. I think I want to start with a bounce too. Just a simple one. We'll grab an 8/8 like this, and I'm just going to drag this up because I want to take out that first kick, and then we'll bring the attack up. Yeah, perfect. I'm just going to grab any kick for now. I might even change these sounds later. I just want some kind of pattern to work with. Okay, I'm going to bring in a hi-hat loop as well. And then I think I want an open hat. Sounds like we're going to make a house beat or something, but you'll see. Alright, next I'm going to add the bass. And I'm kind of doing it backwards because I know the melody is going to be pretty simple. So I thought if I have the groove and the bass line already there, then the melody might be easier to think of. Maybe if I bring this like here. Yeah, that can be the progression. Bring these back as well. And then it isn't a Cactus beat without a slide, so I'm just gonna add a subtle one here. I've just made the pattern a bit longer. I'll copy the 8/8 and then just make a little subtle change. Maybe some kind of like offbeat rhythm. Yeah, so I might add a couple perks or textures just for my bounce, but I think I can get the melody in now. Just make sure this cowbell's tuned. It's tuned to C, so we should be good to go. What I might try with the cowbell is creating a chord, but then just arping it. So I'm just following that bass line. I don't know if this will work, but we could try. I'll invert that as well. Same with this one. We could bring that D down. We'll copy this. Something like this. A little bit off. I like it. Definitely needs mixing a bit though, so we could add some reverb. Maybe if I take it, pitch it up an octave, and then we've got this. Makes it sound more full. I like this so far. Just making it a bit cleaner. Okay, we're getting a few top notes as well. I like the way halftime sounds on it. It's a bit more chilled like this. Alright, before I add anything else, I want to get some vocals in there because then I'll know what space I've got left for melodies. And the first song that comes to mind is 3 6 Mafia's Stay Fly. So I'm going to see if I can get the acapella and see if it works in the beat. Alright, so I've got the acapella. I know the BPM is 133. I gotta stay fly. Might be a bit too slow now. We'll see though. It would sound kind of crazy. It sounds real slow though. Call me the juice and you know I'm a stunt. Riding in the car. Actually, yeah, I think one section from the verse might be better. Call me the juice and you know I'm a stunt. Riding in the car with some pop in the trunk. Tone in my lap and you know it's a pump. Breaking down the good green, rolling. Then maybe I can just repeat this last word. Breaking down the good green. Yeah, let's repeat that last bit so there's no gap at the end. Breaking down the good green, breaking down the good green. And then for the vocals, I want to do a lot of processing, so I'm gonna filter them. Call me the juice and you know I'm a stunt. Riding in the car with some pop in the trunk. We'll get some reverb on too. I think I just want to pitch it down 1 as well. I want to see if I can get a different sound for the vocals as well. So I've got CLA effects pulled up, and I'm just going to see what the presets are saying. Oh, I like this caveman preset. This might be perfect. Alright, I think I am going to change that snare. So I've just swapped it for this one. I'm going to pitch it down so it's in key. I've also got the shift knob up so it doesn't clash so much with the kick. I think we need something else melodic, so I'm going to open Analog Lab and I'll see if I can find something that fits the vibe. I like this sound. We could use it as some accent notes maybe. Okay, next I'm thinking we could add some kind of soft pad just to sit under it. We'll just add anything now and then we'll see if it fits. Well, maybe this one. It sounds kind of sick. This one sounds kind of hard too. This could be the one, seeing as though it says Drifter. I think that pad just needs to pan between both sides though. I think I need to change some of the drums though. It's sounding a bit too EDM-y. Go for this kick instead. I think it still needs something to make it a little bit more vibey though. So maybe some kind of texture or just background atmosphere. Alright, let's try some of these. So I could use this. Could try some rain too. Rain always works. We'll just get this section here though. Set it to bleed in and then we'll just filter it. I think with that hi-hat loop, I want to add halftime and pitch it up. I'm just trying things to get everything sounding more vibey. And then we'll just bring the mix down a bit. I want to find a percussion loop that works as well. And then for the open hat, I can start muting some. Okay, and I've just copied that cowbell because you can't even really tell it's a cowbell anymore. So I want some notes in there. So we could get something like this. Alright, and I think one last thing. I just want some piano chords just subtly underneath everything. So I'm going to use labs. We'll grab the soft piano and then just the same chords. We'll strum them too. And then just randomize it. You'll barely even notice it, but it adds a nice texture. Alright, we've got more than enough layers now, so I'm going to start arranging it. Got everything here, so we'll copy it out a few times. So we'll just start off with the main cowbell. We'll keep the perk loop in, the rain, and maybe the acapella, but we'll add some more effects to it. Maybe even the piano. And we'll just chop the vocals. Yeah, okay, so yeah, this cowbell can come in. Sounds slightly off, but I kind of like it. It matches this one more. One more thing for the intro. I'm going to add love filter to the vocals. I'm going to add this twinkle preset and then I'm just going to automate it. You should be able to hear it panning between both ears. And yeah, maybe in that second half, we'll bring the pad in and this pluck. And then we'll have it die down. So yeah, maybe we'll cut a few things out. So we'll do something similar to the intro and we'll take the vocals. And then I'm just going to cut the percussion and the rain. Now we'll bring this cowbell back in. And then the hi-hat loop can come in here. We'll keep the pad out too. Maybe the hat can come in there. And then in this section, we'll have it die down. So yeah, we could cut the bass, cut the open hat as well. Alright, so this is kind of like a little bridge. So we'll bring this vocal back in. I'm going to extend this section because I want a bit of a breakdown. We could just bring this back in here. Okay, let's get a crash in there as well. Just gonna make the crashes overlap a bit. Alright, just as some last minute tricks, I'm gonna add love filter to the drums. And this is only just gonna go in one or two places. Just at the end of the hook like this. Then we'll do the same here. Alright, cool. And from here, I'm just gonna copy this whole thing over. And we'll have a listen from the beginning. So yeah, just started off real subtle with the textures, vocals, and the piano. And I brought the cowbell in. As soon as you hear this, you think funk beat. This is a vibe, you know. It's real like smooth funk. We've got the pads and the pluck. And then love filter on the drums. My first funk beat, I don't think it came out too bad. But if there's any funk producers out there, then let me know in the comments if I got it right. I think the next one I make has to be some hard trap stuff. But I wanted to keep it smooth for this one. So yeah, just start breaking it down here. With filter again. And then yeah, it just goes back to this section, which is the same as the intro.